that we will shoulder this task rather than just being an echo chamber for the opinion of the executive. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gala, for your intervention and for sticking within your time allocation. And I'll give the floor to Honourable Sallah, the Gambia. You have 2.5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Honourable President. This is the beginning of the end and the beginning of another beginning. And as the last speaker said, the question of optimism must be interrogated. Article 8 talks about a quorum of 1/3 of each house. We don't even have a quorum. From the very beginning, we could have questioned it and we would not have had any session. But since this is the last, we had to let it go, those of us who believe in the rule of law. Essentially, Honourable President, we must understand what development cooperation is all about and its genesis. The real thinkers of Europe, those who really created the European Union, were very alert to a divided world in the 60s and saw the dangers after the Second World War that Europe had to develop, and it had to have partners, sources of raw materials, minerals, to be able to continue its industrialization process. And they were very creative in creating Yaoundé and the Lomé Convention, ensuring preferences, ensuring subsidies of agricultural products and minerals, because they knew that they were gaining huge benefit from value added. And as a result, they wanted to share that profit so that we will also benefit from that from development. So it was a sharing basis, not the narrow nationalist sentiments thinking that you are taking European tax money and giving it to ACP states. Those people were ingenious. They calculated, they saw that Europe was gaining from our economies, and it was Europe also to give back. But that mentality is disappearing with this new generation. I don't know how creative the new generation is, but they need to reinvent their cooperation strategies. We live in a world where, Honourable President, we first started a revolution, what you call the national revolution of states becoming sovereign. The national revolution led to the sovereignty of states, but we had strong leaders who did not really involve the people. And a new revolution had to be taken, a revolution for the sovereignty of people. We started that process. Just look at our ECOWAS. We came to a point where we were even controlling the executive with 2-term limits. There were only 2 countries left before this new evolution of coup d'etats, where there were term limits. I belong to a generation which fought for change. I came to this assembly to replace Honorable Neti Balde, who was even your co-president, because I was leading a coalition. I was the spokesperson of our coalition. I was also the spokesperson of the president who won in the coalition. And I was faced with the same critical situation as the president of Ukraine. We had a transition. I was there handling our country. And the danger of death was there. And I had to make crucial decisions, faced with the decision of whether we will win an election and then enter war. That's what I was faced with. And I knew that war was politics by other means. We cannot afford to win an election and then lose it by war.
Thank you. You can start to wind up. Thank you.
Yes, unfortunately. But essentially, what I'm emphasizing is that all of us must have a heart that beat in unison with the heartbeat of the people of the world. All of us must feel the suffering of the world. All of us must be allowed to speak conscience. What we must avoid is Europe thinking that we are going to be its sphere of influence. There are no superpowers, my last word. Otherwise, Afghanistan will not be left to those who are controlling it today if America was a superpower. There are no superpowers. That's why Syria is what it is now today, a country where the people cannot look at Iraq, look at all the world. There are no superpowers, China, Taiwan. We should abandon the superpower ideology. We should abandon spheres of influence. We should begin a cooperation of equality, knowing that in all parts of the globe, there are people of conscience, but they are not yet in power. How do we empower all those people so that we rid this world of tyrants, people who do not feel the suffering of people who do not need to change the world? It's not that your interpretation is correct, that African states do not want to condemn Russia. We do not want to be part of your foreign policy. We do not want you to use us. We want to be free to determine for ourselves whether we condemn or not condemn and when we will condemn. So it is important for you to change your mentality, that we need to understand that we are all equal, and sometimes we are in fact more advanced than you in thinking of what should be done about the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that intervention, the Gambia. I now give the floor to Mr. Hans Hyde. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Co-President, and a very special thank to our guest speakers. And today we are celebrating the beginning of a new era.